Casper Ruud says Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner are currently suffering from exactly the same problem. Casper Ruud has struggled for form recently and is at risk of falling out of the world's top 10. The Norwegian has yet to pick up an ATP Tour title in 2025, suffering several shock defeats during the early rounds of tournaments. Ruud did, however, reach the Dallas Open final earlier this year, losing out to Canada's Denis Shapovalov in straight sets, 6-7, 3-6. Transitioning to clay courts, Ruud was hoping to achieve more success on his favorite surface, but lost in the third round of the Monte Carlo Masters, having reached the final 1 year earlier. Bouncing back in Barcelona, Ruud has won his opening 2 matches in Spain, as he now shares his thoughts on the problem 2 of his biggest rivals are currently facing. Casper Ruud says everyone is extra motivated to beat Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz. Speaking to Marca, Ruud gave his honest opinions on just how competitive tennis is today. Over the last 20 to 25 years, there were 3 or 4 players who dominated and shared most of the tournaments, he said. Nowadays, everything is more open. The 26-year-old did, however, note that 2 players have been a cut above the rest over recent years. Although for me, Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz have been the 2 best over the last 3 years, and it's hard to compete against them. They also lose matches and aren't unbeatable. The problem they have is that their opponents are extra motivated to beat them. It's not easy to be in Carlos and Jannik's position. I'm in that group of players who would like to stop them. Ruud has struggled against Alcaraz and Sinner throughout his career, winning just one of his 8 meetings with the pair. The world number 10 secured his first career victory over Alcaraz at last year's ATP Finals, taking the Spaniard down in straight sets. It remains to be seen who will come out on top when Alcaraz and Ruud face off again next, but fans may not have to wait too long to see a 6th career meeting between the pair. Casper Ruud and Carlos Alcaraz could meet in the 2025 Barcelona Open final. Alcaraz and Ruud traveled to the 2025 Barcelona Open as the top 2 seeds and look to be on a collision course to meet in the final. The pair have won the previous 3 editions of the tournament, with Ruud taking advantage of Alcaraz's absence in 2024 to win his first ever ATP 500 title. Of the 2, Ruud's route to the final seems easiest, first taking on Holger Rune in the quarterfinals, with a potential semi-final clash against Andrei Rublev awaiting him. Alcaraz, on the other hand, would likely have to beat clay court specialist Laszlo Djere and inform Alex de Minaur and 4-time Barcelona Open finalist Stefanos Tsitsipas, should he qualify for Sunday's showpiece match. That's not to say Ruud will have it easy, though, as he could well feel the pressure with his place in the top 10 at risk, although he insists that won't be the case. It's best not to think about it too much. I know the ranking goes up and down, he said. The ranking doesn't stress me out, and if I fall out of the top 10, my life won't change. Ruud may not be stressed by the ranking, but he'd certainly love to add another Barcelona Open title to his resume and secure his spot in the top 10 by doing so. The Norwegian will play his fellow Scandinavian, Rune, in the quarterfinals on Friday, April 18th, while Alcaraz takes on Djere on Thursday, April 17th.